What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Tuesday, March 26th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to our channel and smash that thumbs up. We appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten from you guys over the years. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to tune into the Wraparound so I can put you on some free pick NHL winners. If you're looking for my best bets on the board, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Got tons of action on Tuesday's card. It's not the biggest card, but it's still, I like a lot of the action I got on there. Got 3 NHL plays as part of my Zamboni 3-pack. Got a $19 play from College Hoops. NBA play of the day, also got a 3-pack for those as well. And if you jump on a long-term pass, there's a couple bonus plays in there for you as well. Like I said, you can jump on a daily pass. We can make that money to start this week and roll that forward as we progress on throughout the week. Or the best value, still hopping on a long-term pass. You know, March Madness is finally upon us. The College Hoops tournaments are in full swing. NBA and NHL are in their playoff pushes. And all of a sudden, we blink, Major League Baseball is going to be back on Thursday. So this is a great time to jump on a long-term pass, whether it's just with me or you pair me up with any of your other favorite handicappers as part of our multi-capper promotion. Whatever you choose to do, though, remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. But we've had our morning show. You know, we're still going to have the drive-through at 6 p.m. Eastern where some of the guys are going to talk about the games on the board. We're here to talk about a 12-game NHL card on Thursday. Plenty of money to be made. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Tuesday's card takes us to the Capital One Arena where the Washington Capitals take on the Detroit Red Wings, and, you know, two teams that are right next to each other in the Eastern Conference wild card standings right now, as you've got the Washington Capitals occupying that final wild card spot while the Red Wings are now on the outside looking in by a point, with Detroit having played one more game than the Capitals as well, so the Caps have the game in hand. But the thing for me in this matchup is that while these two teams are very similar in the season-long numbers, right now doesn't feel that way. I mean, these are two teams that have just been heading in completely different directions down the stretch. You got the Detroit Red Wings, who've, you know, lost 7 of their last 10 games. They've also lost their last 6 games on the road. The Washington Capitals playing arguably their best hockey of the season. I got to go with the Washington Capitals here at the coin flip price. I know the Detroit Red Wings need this one, but I don't think they get it. I think the Capitals get the job done here. Now we're going to the Amerant Bank Arena where the Florida Panthers take on the Boston Bruins. And, you know, I went back and forth on this game because, you know, you could definitely make a case for either side. Florida, arguably the best team in the NHL, and they're still 21-11-2 at home. Boston has started to figure things out a little bit. They have taken back-to-back losses, but they're still 18-7-9 on the road. Still also up there for the Eastern Conference. And not only that, I think this could be a potential Eastern Conference Finals preview or semifinals, depending on how the divisions end up shaking out. But the thing for me here, though, is that I think this is whichever way you slice it. I think you're really splitting hairs trying to get on a side in this game. I think the way to go is to take the under here. I think this is going to be a potential playoff preview. I think it's the first of 3 wins this game. Solid goaltending, solid defense. As good as the offense is on both sides, I think this is going to be a low-scoring battle. I'm taking the under 5.5 in this one. Now we're going to Madison Square Garden where the New York Rangers take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Philadelphia Flyers, you know, look like a team that's going to be making the playoffs. I mean, right now sitting third in the Metro Division, and the Rangers, well, they're fighting for the Metro Division title with the Carolina Hurricanes. But the thing here is that, you know, a big reason why Philadelphia has ended up where they are is because they've actually been pretty solid on the road this season. But the thing for me in this one is that the Rangers, I think, are just on another level right now. They're still fighting for a division title, and, you know, right now the Philadelphia Flyers, you know, they're still fairly good to the in the playoff positioning right now. And I'm not saying that they're a lock and they're going to take their foot off the gas here, but to me, the Rangers at home are just a tough team to go against. They're 25-9 at home this season. I think the Rangers are just the better team, and in this matchup, I'm going to take them to win this one in regulation at -115. Now we're going to the PPG Paints Arena where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Carolina Hurricanes, and, you know, another matchup where, you know, you have a decent-sized road favorite here, but I'm still thinking I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm still not on board with the Pittsburgh Penguins right now. you know, the Carolina Hurricanes are simply the better team. We just talked about the New York Rangers and how they're pushing for the division title. Well, it's still Carolina that's breathing down their neck, a point back of the Rangers. And I just think that in this matchup, you have the Carolina Hurricanes as clearly the better team. The Pittsburgh Penguins, I've said it before and I will say it again. I think this team really knew what they were doing when they were offloading pieces at the trade deadline. They were still in the playoff hunt. They traded away guys like Jake Gensel, ironically enough, to the Carolina Hurricanes. And it was just that, you look at it and you're just kind of left there scratching your head. But like I said, the move is starting to make sense. And now I think the Carolina Hurricanes, well, I think they're going to be right in there neck and neck for the division title the rest of the way. I think a win here starts that road. So give me the Carolina Hurricanes to win this one in regulation at minus 115. Now we're going to Scotiabank Arena where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the New Jersey Devils. And I get why the New Jersey Devils are worth a look here considering they've played their better hockey on the road this season. But the reality in this matchup is that, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I feel, are the better team. Head to head, they've owned the New Jersey Devils. They've won 9 of the last 10 meetings straight up. And the New Jersey Devils, they've been able to win games on the road here and there, but they're still a team that boasts a goaltending group of, Kaapo Kähkönen, Jake Allen, Nico Dawes. This is not a goaltending room that is going to win games in the NHL, in my opinion. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they're still missing Mitch Marner, but I still think this team is still trying to maintain some momentum heading into the postseason. So I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs in this one at minus 150. They haven't been at their best at home. They've been much better on the road, but I think this is a spot where we can start to see that road form turn a little bit. So give me the Toronto Maple Leafs on the money line in this one at minus 150. Now we're going to the Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators take on the Vegas Golden Knights. And, I got back and forth on this one because this one you're really splitting hairs as well. I do lean towards the Predators just because they are playing extremely well right now. I think they're on like a 15 game point streak, something like that. But you never want to count out Vegas, and Vegas has actually been playing fairly well as of late. They've started to turn it around. They've won 3 straight and 6 of their last 8 games. So rather than try to mess around with the side in this game, I'm going to take the under 6.5 here. I think this is going to be a playoff type matchup. Vegas giving up 2 goals or less in each of their last 3 games, and in 4 of their last 5. Nashville, the MO of the Predators over the course of this point streak has been solid defense. They've allowed 2 goals or less in 5 straight games, and in the majority of the games during this 15 game point streak that they've been on. I think at the absolute worst, this is a 4-2 game, so I'm going to go with the under 6.5 in this one. Now we're going to the Canada Life Center where the Winnipeg Jets take on the Edmonton Oilers. And, another matchup where I kind of went back and forth because these are 2 of the better teams in the NHL as well, even though they haven't necessarily been playing up to that billing in recent games. Both are just 5-5 in their last 10. But the thing here is that, I think the over is the way to go. We know that the offensive talent that both these teams have in their respective lineups, and both these teams have some solid goaltending as well. Edmonton's got Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, while Winnipeg's got Connor Hellebuck, but Hellebuck's been a little bit shaky in some of his recent games, and the tandem of Pickard and Skinner for Edmonton had a rough couple of outings themselves. Like I said, I think this game is just simply all about the offense in this one. Edmonton outscored 11-6 in their last 2 road games. Winnipeg has given up an average of over 4 goals per game during this 3-game losing skid that they've been on as well. So give me the over 6.5, over 6 or 6.5 between the Jets and the Oilers. Now we're going to the United Center where the Calgary Flames take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And I get why the Calgary Flames are favored here. They're the only team with really anything of consequence to play for in this matchup. But they've also been getting their teeth kicked in recent games. They've lost 3 straight games. They've given up 4 more goals in all 3 of those games. And the Chicago Blackhawks, don't look now, but this Blackhawks team hasn't been beating up on anybody. Their last 5 wins have come against the Sharks, Coyotes, and Ducks. But they've won 5 of their last 9 games. The offense is all of a sudden coming together, and maybe this team is building some confidence going into next season. And head to head, Calgary won the last meeting on January 27th in Calgary. But prior to that, the Blackhawks had won 4 straight meetings. And the Blackhawks also play their better hockey at home. So I'm going to take the Chicago Blackhawks, and I'm going to take a shot on them at plus 160. Now we're going to the Ball Arena where the Colorado Avalanche take on the Montreal Canadiens. And another game where, I've been profitable with both of these teams in this role. Montreal as the sizable underdog on the road where they have a great puck line record, with Colorado at home where they're 28-6 this season, almost an 80% win percentage at home. That being said, I think I gotta ride with the favorite here. I gotta ride with the Avalanche. The Avalanche for me are just the better team, and the only team with anything of consequence to play for up to this point in the year. They've also won 9 straight games, and a lot of those have been by at least 2 goals. There have been some overtime games thrown in there as well, and like I said, Montreal has been known to be able to rise up to the occasion and give some teams some hell, but I still think that the Avalanche are just the better team here, and in the end, I envision this game being 5-2 in favor of Colorado here. So I'm going to take the Avalanche on the puck line at -1.5. Now we're going to the Mullet Arena where the Arizona Coyotes take on the Columbus Blue Jackets, and this is one of the games that's probably better left alone if we're being 100% honest on Tuesday's card, but. That being said, the Arizona Coyotes are at least back to winning games at home, where they have been, better for the better part of the season. They still have a decent record at home on the year. The Columbus Blue Jackets continue to be one of the worst teams in the NHL. They're the worst teams point-wise in the Eastern Conference. They're one of the worst road teams in the NHL with a 10-18-7 record on the road. Basically, I think that breaks down like a 28% win percentage. It's hard for me to get behind the Blue Jackets in any way, shape, or form here. The Coyotes, it's not pretty to lay this price with them, but at least there's some hope, I think, for the Coyotes playing at home. So I'm going to lean towards the Coyotes at -156. Now we're heading to Climate Pledge Arena where the Seattle Kraken take on the Anaheim Ducks. And, just a spot where I know the Kraken are the only team fighting for anything of consequence in this game, but realistically, this is a Kraken team that's 18 points off the pace with 12 games to go. They would need an absolute miracle to happen to sneak into the postseason picture. Or sorry, 16 points off the pace. But either way, they would need a lot to go right for them here. And I think the Seattle Kraken are a team that I'm ready to stick a fork in. Not only that, they haven't been all that great at home this season. Granted, the Anaheim Ducks haven't been great anywhere either. But here's the thing about the Anaheim Ducks is that this team is at least better on the road. They're 13-19-2 on the road compared to 11-24-2 at home this season. And while the Seattle Kraken have won 4 straight meetings with the Anaheim Ducks, like I said, the Anaheim Ducks have, just been in a spot where they've been able to provide value in spots here and there. I'm not laying -200 or chasing a puck line with a Seattle Kraken team that's lost 8 straight games, that scored 2 goals or less in each of their last 6 and in 7 of their last 8, and 1 goal or less in 6 of those 8 losses, and in 3 straight and 5 of 6. So, last time I checked, you got to be able to outscore the other team to be able to win hockey games, and Seattle Kraken are not doing that right now. Give me the Anaheim Ducks plus money on the money line here, as well as the +1.5 in this one. Our final game on Tuesday's card takes us to the SAP Center, where the San Jose Sharks take on the Dallas Stars. And, I like the Dallas Stars, and I like the value that they provide in some spots. Can it be tough to back them here at a spot like this where they're laying a hefty price? I think the price is only going to go up. Sure, but for me right now, betting on the San Jose Sharks isn't an option. This is a team that has run hot and cold all year long, and I would say more often than not, obviously, it's been cold, but as of late, they've lost 7 straight games. They did just lose to the Chicago Blackhawks in overtime 5-4. But prior to that, losses to Tampa Bay 4-1, Nashville 8-2, Chicago again 5-2, Columbus 4-2, Pittsburgh 6-3. So it's bad for the San Jose Sharks right now. The Dallas Stars, they've had back-to-back overtime and shootout games against the Sharks early on this month, but they've also won. The Stars have each of their last 4 games and 8 of their last 10, and each of their last 6 wins, including each of the 4 games on this win streak, have come by at least 2 goals. I just think the Dallas Stars are going to start to round out into postseason form at a certain point. And against a team like the San Jose Sharks, who don't even sometimes look interested in playing out the string, I gotta think that it comes here. So I'm going to take the Dallas Stars on the puck line in this one to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Tuesday. March 26, 2024. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell in the description of this video below to get notified when the newest and freshest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.